You know what really intrigues me is the second year wideouts. I feel like there's a lot of really good second year wideouts. So if I put you on the spot right now, how would you rank these four guys? Wilson, Chris Olave, Christian Watson, and George Pickens. What do you like about these four guys?
I'd actually rank them exactly the way you listed them. Drake London's also in the mix there too. Drake London would probably be 3 on that list for me. Garrett Wilson had a good year as a rookie. He didn't have a great year. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year. He had 3 really kind of meh quarterbacks. Now he's got Aaron Rodgers. Olave was very good last year, but not nearly what he can be in this league. Hopefully, that rapport that he is gaining with Derek Carr will be beneficial to him. Michael Thomas is also healthy, at least for now. And then you mentioned George Pickens, who, he's got Deontay Johnson to contend with there, but he's going to pop in a lot of weeks. And he's a super athletic type of guy. I think Kenny Pickett's a big time sleeper, and those two have gained a pretty good rapport dating back to last year. And Christian Watson, I mean, which guy are we going to get? The first half guy that did nothing or the second half guy that turned into Chris Carter? I mean, we'll find out, but he's the number one from a fantasy perspective. I also like Romeo Doubs, though. I think Romeo Doubs could be a nice bargain down the stretch in PPR leagues if you're not focusing on wide receivers, which you should be. But if you can get him as like a wide receiver 5 type in the double-digit rounds, I think that could pay dividends.
Okay, no, I completely agree. Let me ask you about Bijan Robinson. There's a lot of hype coming out about him and everything. How do you expect him to do? And are there any other rookie running backs that you're kind of keeping an eye on?
Bijan is definitely the top dog. He's a first round pick. I've seen him go 1 overall in some mocks, which is crazy. But I mean, who knows? Saquon Barkley, was an elite running back as a rookie. So was Zeke. And most running backs in the last 10 to 12 years who've been drafted in the top 10 in the NFL draft have been top 10 rookies among the running backs. And we've seen it with Zeke and Todd Gurley. And I mentioned Saquon Barkley and many others, Adrian Peterson. I think the only guy who drafted in the top 10 who didn't put up a top 10 season as a rookie was CJ Spiller. That's going back a little bit ways. So Jahmyr Gibbs is moving up too, although I don't know that the hype is so warranted in PPR leagues. He's going as a 3rd round pick, but David Montgomery's still there. Not saying I wouldn't take Jahmyr Gibbs, but I'd rather see him as a 4th round pick. If somebody wants to go out and get him, that's fine. But he's moving on up. And honestly, a lot of the other rookies just ended up in bad spots, right? I mean, Zach Charbonnet landed in a bad spot in Seattle because they have Ken Walker. Devon Achane is at best the 3rd running back in Miami. Or maybe he sneaks into the 2nd spot during the season. Jeff Wilson got put on injured reserve. But in terms of those rookie running backs, there's just not a lot of guys who ended up in spots where you can definitively say they're going to get touches. Even Charbonnet was a 2nd round pick. We don't know what his touch share is going to be. We don't know what his workload is going to be because he's got another really good running back ahead of him in Ken Walker.